Hello everyone. Today we're going to have an interesting topic of discussion, which is going to be religions. And the group members are Fidan Umudova, Banu Shekaliva, and Hajar Novuzadeh. Moving on to Banu.
In this presentation, we're going to talk about the geography of religions, religion in world history, and religion in history of religion. Next, we'll talk Hajar.
I will talk about geography of religions. Uh, First, I will talk about Christianity. Christianity began with a tiny group of members. Many historians consider it separate and adoption around the world to be one of the most successful spiritual missions in human history. With over 2 million people, Christianity is the world's most extensively practiced religion. The Christian faith is founded on beliefs about Jesus, Christ's birth, and life, death, and resurrection. The Bible is a Christian religion's holy book. And now I will talk about Islam. Islam is a popular international religion that was established in the 7th century by the Muhammad in Arabia. Muslims believe that the Quran is Islam's holy book, was given Muhammad during the 23-year period, beginning with the first revelation on Mount Hira. Muslims believe that God created everything. And I will talk about Buddhism. Buddhism is one of the world's largest religions, having begun in India early years ago. Buddhism believes that a life for humans is one of the sufferings. That's the only way to achieve enlightenment or nirvana is by means of meditation, spiritual, and the physical efforts and good behavior. This belief system basic concept are karma, rebirth, and impermanence. Now I will talk about Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is one of the world's oldest known living religion, dating back thousands of years. It developed about 3,500 years ago from this history. In the Iranian region, it shared the previous generation of the nomadic livestock groups who eventually settled in Iran and northern India. Based on the Ahmadiyya, Zoroastrianism is a property of Allah, and the statement of all good Ahura and Mazda Evil Ihram simply refer to sequence of the forces of the good, evil, and that allows human to exercise free for choice. Now I will talk about Judaism. Is a monotheistic and ethnic religion that encompass the Jewish people's collective religion, culture, and legal tradition and civilization. Its origins can be traced back to the Bronze Age in the Middle East and organized religion. The Torah is important to Jewish life, ritual, and belief. Now I will talk about Hinduism. Hinduism, Indian religion that conforms to religion and global order or way in life. It is the world's third largest religion with around 1.2 or 1.35 billion followers, or 56 or 60% of the global population. Refer to us Hindus. This is no historical founder of Hinduism, no figure comparable to Jesus, the Buddha, Araban, and Muhammad. Now Fidan will talk about the religion in countries.
So, about religion in countries, if we're talking about Christianity, Brazil, Mexico, Russia, and Philippines are the countries that are seen in the population of Christianity. If we're talking about Zoroastrianism, they're located in Iranian land, Central Asia, East Asia, etc. If we're talking about Islam, Islam includes Western Asia, North Africa, West Africa, Sahel, the Middle East, and etc. Judaism are seen in the United States and Israel, Buddhism in North Korea, Nepal, India, South Korea, and etc. And Hinduism is seen in the territories of Nepal, India, Mauritius, and etc. Now I'm shifting to Banu.
And I want to talk about the percentage in the world. Buddhism is 7% to 8% in the whole world. Christianity is 31.11%. Islam is more than 25%. Judaism is 0.2 percentage. And Hinduism is 15% from all the world. Now we'll talk Hajar.
Religion in world history. Formation and evolution of the religions belief in the world. There are different suggestions on the way religions were formed. According to Dunbar, Hormons created religions to promote cooperation and efficient group cooperation. The same suggestion states that these beliefs lead to certain challenges being faced easily. There are different points of view on this topic. Many talks from the point of self-confidence or self-control. Religions were separate over cities and towns. Answer. No, Fidan will talk about history of religions.
If we're talking about history of religions, we can state that religion had shifted to the periods of very long time, and we're talking about the periods of before our century. So the first ones were discovered in Egypt, like Egyptian myths of 4000 BCE, and Sumerian tablets, which were 3500 BCE. If we're talking about religions of the world, which are Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, Christianity is 100 CE, based on the teachings of Jesus in the writings. Islam is 622 CE, and the first revelation of Prophet Muhammad when he was at the age of 40, and Judaism at 2000 BCE. And Judaism emerged from the beliefs of people known as Israel. And now Banu will talk.
Yes, I will talk about the religious war that happened in the world. One of the famous ones was the Crusades that take place from 1096 to 291. In total, there was 8 expeditions of Crusades. Crusades were fought between Muslims and Christians for the Holy Land. Christians were taken up in the victory against Middle Eastern lands. However, Muslims won. Effect was the rise of Christians despite them losing. Another example of the wars is War of the Three Henrys and the succession of Henry IV of France during the French Wars of Religion. And the second is Julius' succession during the Reformation in Germany. Now we'll talk Hajar.
A religion in history of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan believes that the universe was made up of 4 primary elements, leading of fire worship, fire rites, and celebration have persistence to present day, with temples in Gazaka, Atropatenia, Baku, Şamaxı, and Lənkəran. Despite being persisted by the Christianity, fire worship of the Caucasus, Albania survived. Zoroastrianism flourished in Azerbaijan in the 3rd century due to the Sasanian military and political advancement. It included regional elements such as interrogating decreased owners in post-shock casks, hollow graves, underground tombs, and clay coffins. Islam spread quickly and peacefully, but authoritarianism was unable to represent the cultural and political demands. Now, Fidan will talk about Judaism and Christianity.
So about Judaism and Christianity. Sassanid Emperor Khosrov Anushirvan, which lived from 531 to 574, relocated mountain Jews to the East Caucasus. The king constructed towers in the Caucasus and relocated Jews and Persians from Mesopotamia to these cities. Since then, the Tat language used by mountain Jews had also persisted. It is at least known that mountain Jews who arrived in Azerbaijan 15 centuries ago as a result of Sassanid policy settled in the bordering regions to maintain the security of their nation. They maintained their faith traditions, way of life, and way of thinking despite their close ties to the local population. Moreover, about Christianity. Christianity had an impact on Azerbaijan during during the apostasies of Christ, with Jewish migration to the Caucasus, leading to the founding of early Christian communities. Moreover, this period was known as the apostasy period and was followed by the pro-Greek era. Monophysitism was adopted by the Albanian church in the late 6th and early 7th centuries, and the rise of Islam. Church services were also held in Armenian and the Albanian language in Armenia, and Albanian language was suppressed. And Albanian church reestablished its position in the 8th and 9th century. And now Banu will talk.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Islam. Islam emerged in Arabian Peninsula in the early 17th century and dominated Azerbaijan from the mid-17th century to the early 18th century. The second stage was from the 8th century to the reign of the Buyls when independent states were established. The third stage was the period of the Buyls ruling when neutral Shiism was formed. The fourth, fifth, and sixth stages of Sufism were connected to the Seljuks, Mongolian invasion, and the ruling of Safavids and Ottomans in that period. The Russian Tsar proposed a statute on the Department of Religious Affairs of Transcaucasian Muslims in 1832, but it was not implemented due to Crimea War. In 1864, a new commission was established to control the positions of Muslim clerics, rights and privileges, and relations with the secular government. Akhund Agha Alizadeh was appointed as Sheikh al-Islam in 1944.
So we also made two surveys about really and their religious, and you can see in the first survey most of the people had chosen Islam, then Christianity, Zoroastrianism, and Judaism. And how much are you religious? Most of people answered too much, some were neutral, and some answered as not too much.
Yes, thank you for attention.
And these are resources that we used.